Shedeur, which quarterbacks are you talking about? Because there is some bad quarterback play out there, but the dude who can't beat Dylan Gabriel out for a job and can't beat Joe Flacco out for a job certainly can't lay claim to being better than any other quarterback in the league.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
That's a lot for a closer. 10. You're not a closer anymore if you blow 10 games. I mean, my goodness. That's
he's mentally broken too. Like, it's to the point where, like, Dodger fans aren't even mad at him; they're more mad at the Dodgers for putting him out there.
Putting him in,
right? It's more so.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, guys, like, he's done.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Major League Baseball has decided it is time to put balls and strikes not just in the hands of the umpires, but also the robot umpires, as they say. The ABS system is now officially in place starting next season. Now, keep in mind, they're not just throwing this out there. They have used this at the Arizona Fall League, and they've also used it at different levels of the minor leagues as well.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Everything changed at that point. They went and got Jonquel Jones, and they really had that triple threat monster team. That second year they lost in the WNBA Finals, 3-1 against the Las Vegas Aces. Year 3, they finally get over the top hump. And you can question whether they should have won the title with that foul call late in Game 5 that sent Breanna Stewart to the foul line.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
And welcome in. It is In-Game Live Game Day here on a fabulous Friday. Scott Wetzel and Gabriel Morency back in the saddle once again, watching, analyzing, betting in the world of sports. Ah, yes, Game 6, do or die time for the LA Dodgers tonight. We got some college football games, little CFL, we got some NBA, and a kind of a weird hockey slate tonight. One afternoon game, one midday game, and then one later on game. So got a couple of things we can put some shekels on for sure. First up, though, game time. I don't think we have to go too far to figure out what's betting you off tonight, Gabe. How are you?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is one of the rare times I'm not going to call it the National Hockey League for having a full slate tonight, Scott, because people in Toronto wouldn't even watch a Toronto Maple Leaf game right now. Okay, so nobody in Canada is thinking about hockey, which that's saying something, isn't it? But speaking of which, of course, there's a lot of talk all the time about a team from Canada has not won a Stanley Cup since 1993 when the Montreal Canadiens did it. And, of course, a team from Canada has not won the World Series since 1993 when the Toronto Blue Jays did it and went back-to-back, 92, 93. You could feel it, Scott. The country's on edge. I was on a plane. The pilots are saying, go Jays, go. Basically, the airport, like, crossover connecting flights. There were, like, thousands of Blue Jay fans in Los Angeles. This is a baseball team being driven by a country right now, and I think I'm the only person in the country that is pulling for the LA Dodgers tonight.
Yeah, you're the odd one, right? So with that, let us do our opening pickoff game. I'll start with that one. Listen, I got the money on the Dodgers from the beginning of the year, actually, and the beginning of the series. Do I think they're going to win tonight? It's kind of like Game 4 after they lost Game 3, the emotional toil of them the Dodgers having to win a game after they won so dramatically. I thought not. So same thing here. I think this Dodger team is dead. I do. I'm hoping that day off does help them, but I'm going to go conservative. I'll leave the door open since I got my Dodger bet. I'm going to go completely opposite of me. I'll start with over 3.5 runs Toronto. I know Yamamoto's pitched great his last 2 times out, but we're not talking about Sandy Koufax or Bob Gibson here. Just like Blake Snell, just like Tyler Glasnow, he's human, and I got a feeling it's just kind of run out of steam with this Dodger club. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but let me start off with over 3.5 runs Toronto Blue Jays, and hopefully the Dodgers win 6-5.
I'm not worried about Yamamoto. I think Yamamoto is going to be fine tonight, but the Dodgers need to start hitting point blank and not just solo home runs, right? That's the thing. The Dodgers' individualism, they're being outplayed. The Blue Jays are playing as a team. The Dodgers are playing as a bunch of star players. And, like, when you're a team, you can pick each other up. The Dodgers can't really pick each other up. The Dodgers aren't a rah-rah bunch, right? They're basically every game is the same, and we're just better than everybody, and it'll even out, and we'll win more than we lose in the end. But they've got to find a way to dig down deep and sort of find some heart here tonight. It's going to be tough, but I think the pressure on the Blue Jays is going to be immense. As I stated, the country's on edge right now. Yamamoto's a stud, and I find this to be interesting. In 2023, Yamamoto pitched Game 6 of the Japanese series. His team, the Oryx Buffaloes, were trailing 3-2 in the series against the Hanshin Tigers. Yamamoto threw a complete game and set a Japanese series record with 14 strikeouts. All right, the guy's just money, Scott. He did it in the Japanese League. He did it in the World Baseball Classic. He's done it in the World Series. Got 2 complete games. I'm banking that he does it again. Dodgers win tonight and extend this to 7.
All right. Opening pickoff number 2 for me, I'm going to use Vlad Guerrero. They can't get this dude out. FanDuel's very weird. I don't know why. They offer this bet sometimes and other times they don't. It's a relatively normal bet, and that is combined hits, runs, and RBIs for a player. You could go 1, 2, 3, and up to 4. I'll go 3 with Vlad Guerrero. A home run would accomplish it, right? He gets a base hit, he gets a run, he gets an RBI with a home run. Not necessarily counting on that, but it's plus 175. They can't get the guy out. All this talk about pitching around Ohtani and walking him. If I'm the Dodgers, I'd seriously consider walking Vlad Guerrero every single time he's up. So give me 3+ hits, runs, RBIs for Vladdy at a nice little fat plus 175 price.
It's been one of the best runs ever by any player in postseason history, what Vladimir Guerrero has done in this postseason. Unbelievable stuff. And a player that is the opposite of Vlad right now in Mookie Betts. And I never thought Mookie Betts would be getting booed by Dodger fans at Dodger Stadium, but they were booing him the other night at Dodger Stadium. He's been dropped in the lineup. The Dodgers, I don't know if it's a sense of desperation. They're trying to shake things up and get a different look. So Mookie Betts is batting cleanup tonight. Now, you can say, they dropped him in the order, but it's a pretty important spot to be batting in. I like the fact that they're showing confidence in him here. I think Betts steps up tonight. Let's go over 1.5 total bases. And I like the fact that we're getting plus 140 with this. So over 1.5 total bases, Mookie Betts, plus 140.
All right. I'll go to the Dodgers side of things as well. Same bet, hits, runs, and RBIs. I really do like that bet, and I wish FanDuel would offer that a lot more. Because this way you get credit for at least if a guy walks, he could score a run or even, drive in an RBI if the base is loaded. So you get credit for that where you don't with the total bases. So give me Teoscar Hernandez. He is the one guy in the Dodger team that is playing well this entire postseason. He's had a good World Series. He's had a good playoffs, hitting close to 300, 280 or so. So give me 3 hits, runs, RBIs combined, Teoscar Hernandez, and even that you're getting plus 195.
The Blue Jays have just taken the field. I'll tell you what, Scott. This is the biggest game in Toronto since 2019. Game 5, the NBA Finals. The Raptors were up 3-1 on the Golden State Warriors. So, the city was on alert. First championship in a long time. They did win the MLS Cup actually in 2017, but first Raptors championship. I was at the game. They lost. So similar situation tonight. It was a little bit different scenario, but we'll see if they're able to close it out tonight. The Joe Carter home run was on a Game 6 for the record. I've been talking about it all series, Scott. Max Muncy, they keep on going back with the 0.5 total bases. So all we need is a hit from Muncy. Muncy's a pretty good big game player. I'm expecting him to get on base a couple of times tonight. Let's go Muncy over 0.5 total bases minus 130.
All right, my last opening pickoff, we'll switch over to the NBA. I got a few other baseball ones we can get to here, but let me go NBA. Listen, I get it. Luka is back tonight for the LA Lakers, but Austin Reeves has obliterated the over points, rebounds, assists number he's getting tonight. It's down to 36.5. I mean, the dude could get 37 points. One thing about Luka, he's got his faults. He's not a selfish player. If he sees a guy that's hot, he'll keep on dishing him the ball. So I don't know how in the world Austin Reeves. Now, if this was LeBron, different story, because we all know LeBron's jealous of everybody. But not with Luka. I don't know how, especially against the Memphis Grizzlies, who couldn't spell defense, let alone play it. How doesn't he not get 37 points, rebounds, and assists tonight is beyond me. I love that play. That might be the best play on the board tonight.
I'm going to go with Yamamoto. We're about to start this baseball game. It's kind of strange. I don't really get it. We've been starting at 8:11 all the time. Yet it seems like they were gunning for like 8:09 tonight, and the first pitch is coming up. But I'm all in on Yamamoto, guys. Over 18.5 outs. They're not going to take him out of the game, right? This is Yamamoto or bust for the Dodgers. They're putting their faith in him, and we're off and running with a strike with the first pitch. And you know, Scott, I said earlier, even if, like, you know, look at the Blue Jays, what they did the other night when they led off the freaking game with 2 home runs in a row. And I get the feeling like if the Dodgers led off the game with 2 home runs in a row right now, it really wouldn't matter. Like the Blue Jays would be like, yeah, whatever. You know, we're going to put up a 4 spot in the next inning anyways. But I think it would be better if they did. And Ohtani already finds himself in an 0-2 hole here. And that's the thing we talked about it last week, earlier in the week before I left, Scott. It continued at Dodger Stadium. The fact, just the bad at-bats that the Dodgers are getting. Like, the Dodger players are kind of lost at the plate right now. And not just one of them. Like, Ohtani's lost. Betts is lost. Like, there's a lot of them that are struggling right now, Scott. Derek Jeter brought it up earlier and said, forget about Yamamoto. He'll be fine. The Dodgers, like, have to figure out how to hit. Like, their players, he said they got a bunch of guys trying to figure it out on the fly right now, and he's right.
It's like, how, you know, why all of a sudden? You know, I mean, to have it just kind of flip. You know, they hit the ball like there was nobody's business against Cincinnati. They did a decent job against Philadelphia. And then all of a sudden against the Blue Jays that they can't hit the red of a paper bag. Amazing.
Give credit to the pitcher.
Your way. Yeah, I guess so. All right, more coming up in Game Live.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what, like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like, their clubhouse dynamic, I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, you know, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. You know, half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. In Game Live, Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe. Gabe back from going to the World Series in Game 4, or Game 5, 4 or 5, 4. So
5.
5, yeah.
It was better last year when I was at Game 1 for Freddie Freeman's Grand Slam, but you can't win them all.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I was on a nice run,
one,
Scott.
So.
Like, I'm a big Michigan fan. I was at the Rose Bowl when they beat Alabama in overtime. Just one of those special games. It turned out to be Nick Saban's last ever game. Harbaugh left for the NFL after they won the championship the following week. I was like, yeah, they go to the championship. It's in San Antonio. I never grew up like as a thrill, like to go to the Alamo Dome or wherever it was. Like, I mean, it was in Houston. Sorry, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like Energy Stadium. I've been there actually, but the Rose Bowl, right? So it was just epic. Game one, World Series. The Buffalo Bills. The last couple of games, I went to like SoFi to see them against the Rams. They won. I went to Seattle last year. They won. So I've been on quite a run actually of teams winning. Didn't happen on Wednesday night. Did not happen.
Were you in your seat before they got the first run
Yes.
at least? So at least you were there to
World
see that. I
Series?
mean, oh, man.
Yeah, World Series, you want to soak it up. Like regular season, I would roll in a little quicker the first pitch. But no, I got in there.
Right.
I got in there at about like 4:15 or so, 4:20. I was there about half an hour, 20 minutes or half an hour before. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I was there for the national anthems and I basically kind of walked in. I was in the stadium, but it's lineups everywhere, Scott, there, Dodger Stadium, right? It was packed, obviously. So took me forever just to get, I got loaded. I got a souvenir helmet that I left behind actually because I was so mad and I didn't want to carry it after. I got a nachos helmet. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I was in my seat. The first one, I was like, all right. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, whatever. David Schneider hit a home run. The second one, it was like, yeah, I'm not sure this is going to be such a fun night. Like after when Guerrero smoked it into the bullpen, I was like, yeah, this is not a good start. Like you can just sort of feel it. Like the Dodger fans were chirping the Blue Jay players. And I swear, like Barger just looked so confident, Scott. He sort of turned around and just sort of like said F off to all the Dodger fans. I was like, the Blue Jays are locked in right now, man. You can heckle them all you want. It ain't going to And how about this, Scott? He struck out the side, Gossman. Struck out the side.
Nothing's changed. See, this is why, not that I didn't want to give you Savage credit for Game 5, right? You have to give him a certain amount of credit.
Yeah, maybe it's just anybody. Maybe you or I could just throw at these guys now when they would miss.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The relievers came in and struck out 3 of the 6 batters they faced, Gabe. So it wasn't just the starting pitcher like, oh, what are you going to do? You tip your cap, right? But even the relievers came in Game 5 and struck out 3 guys. And now you got the first 3 guys batting here striking out. Wow.
And poorly, too, Scott.
Good, but he's not great. He's not like a superstar. We're not talking about a Hall of Fame pitcher here. Good pitcher.
You see their strikeouts, too. There's a lot of pictures because I had a million Blue Jay pictures on Twitter and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like Ohtani was on his knee kind of the other day at the end of it. His helmet popped off. Like Freeman, that was ugly. Like they're really they're not just missing, Scott. Like they're missing. Like they're falling over now almost when they're missing. You know what I mean? I was hoping that a change of venue, like there's no such thing really as momentum. I know it sounds cliche to say that, but like people think there is, but every game is different, right? Every game is a different feeling. And, day by day in the playoffs, it's just different. I was hoping that change of scenery, Blue Jays feel the pressure of being at home. Dodgers can put a couple early runs on the board. Yamamoto gets cruising and the stadium gets quiet. But the longer that the Dodgers don't do anything, Scott, they're playing with fire that the Blue Jays will. And this stadium is going to get crazy, man, if the Blue Jays get up 2-3-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers are already chasing from behind. They can't afford to be behind in a game. Like, you see how much they're struggling at the plate right now. Like, they can't fall behind. They won't come back. They're like a football team that can't score, Scott. If they fall behind 3 touchdowns, the offense is not good enough to come back right now.
Yeah, and it's amazing because they had one of the most, some of, I don't know if it was number 1 when everything was said and done, but I know they were near the top for most comeback victories this year. And yeah, you get the sense, like watching a game the other day, I'm telling you, me and Brady were talking. It was 3-1. It felt like it was 7-1.
It felt like it was 8-1. Yeah, I know. In the stands, it was the same thing. We were only down 2. It was all quiet and negative, and I even said, hey, come on, we're only down 2 runs. And it was like someone said it might as well be 20, and it felt that way, didn't it?
Yeah.
3-1 only. It just felt like, it was only like the 5th inning or something, right? 4th inning. It's like, guys, 3-1, and it felt like, oh, boy, they're in trouble. Like, yeah, they're in a lot of trouble.
Every opportunity the Dodgers had to, like, do a little something, like get through the first inning and get to the bottom of the first, right? But they give up runs. They're down 2-0. They score a run to make it 2-1, so get a little mojo going. Toronto scored the very next half of an inning. Bottom of the 7th is always a big inning, for the home team, right?
And every time, Scott, the Blue Jays always pull away. Yeah, they always seem to, like, they'll be up by a couple of runs, and then they still have that big inning coming still, right? Like, and And guess who's back right now? Springer is back. Like it's a fairy tale here for the Blue Jays and the way everything is working out here. So they got Springer back tonight. I'm looking behind home plate. I didn't really look at the fans in the first inning here. It's much less of a circus than I thought it would be, Scott. Last Saturday, bro, it was a circus. Like I said, there's like the big bodybuilder dude that's always there. He takes up like 3 seats. There was like a bunch of like the Argonaut football, like you had a Colonel Sanders, people dressed up last week, kind of like in costumes already. I thought it would maybe more Halloweened out tonight, but I guess, Scott, when tickets are going, the behind home plate tonight, they were selling for about $6,000. I guess that keeps the riffraff out when it's $6,000. So you got a bunch of more normal people.
Yeah. Wow.
The psychos are up in another part of the stadium.
Yeah, they're in the outfield there. They shuffled the lineup a little bit, for the Dodgers. First off, Springer is back, so he's they have to miss it a couple of games. They got Ohtani batting leadoff. They got Will Smith for the second game batting second now. It was Betts before. They got Smith again. Then they got Freddie Freeman now ahead of Betts batting third, and Betts now batting fourth.
And they took Andy Pajas out of the lineup too.
And they finally took, good, thank goodness.
So they put so Rojas is in playing, and now they move Betts to shortstop. I don't know, Scott. Part of me, I'm not a fan of it in a sense. Like it is what it is. They're not going to win or lose because of it, but I don't like when a hockey team is changing their lines when you've already played 102 games. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we doing? We're desperate. Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
All right, more coming up in Game Live. We'll check out the numbers when we return.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like their clubhouse dynamic. I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
I'm telling you, it just doesn't end with this Dodger team. It just doesn't end. Max Muncy butchering a ground ball that a first grader could have made. What is going on?
It's very un-Dodger-like, huh? Very un-Dodger, isn't it?
Stopping. Yeah,
dude,
it's just not stopping.
Do you remember before, earlier in the playoffs, these guys were turning double plays, Scott? Pitchers were covering Mookie behind the back. Like, they were like, oh, yeah, we work on that. We work on that. Like, they had all these, like, crazy first to third, boom, boom, double plays, razor sharp defense. dude, it's in their head, Scott. Like they're really falling apart for real. It's scary. And another thing is, too, I thought about it when you asked me what to the break, what do I think of the lineup? And I said, it's like I used a hockey analogy. I don't know. It's like, is it a good sign when you change your lines in game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals? Probably not, right? It's like you're clearly reaching for things. But for me, Scott, also, okay, it sounds a little minute here. Okay, we're taking Pahaz out. This is why they didn't want to do it before. People wondered, why is Pahaz still in the lineup when he's not hitting? And Dave Roberts said, listen, he's a damn good center fielder defensively, and he's kind of an anchor. And what happens now? You take him out. And my point is, with Muncy, you got guys playing all over the place, different positions every night, Scott. It's another thing I don't like, right? It's like, well, now we're going to move Mookie, so we got to move you, right? And now Rojas is in, so we got to move you, Max. Like, it's just a different look, man. It's at this time of the year. I don't want changes, man. Like, you got Will Smith batting second right now. Will Smith is kind of a free swinger, man, right? Scotty's a free, so he should be batting 5th or 6th, like not second. There's just a lot of little things that I'm like, all right. But to be honest, does it freaking matter? Seriously, does it matter? Like whether Ohtani's batting 1st or 5th right now, he's not hitting. Mookie Betts is not hitting. It doesn't matter where they're in the lineup. They're not hitting. Well, we'll find out. Betts is coming up right now.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same exact way. I really am. Like, I'm not going to criticize him because I can't blame him for trying to get this offense going. But it's not 3-0. It's 3-2. You know,
let's not overreact.
3-2 in a series. It's not like, okay, we're getting blown out and we're losing every single.
Yeah, I got to change the lineup. You're all terrible. You know? Yeah, you're not going to change the lineup.
Yeah. So, but so you got out of the inning. Yamamoto. I'm telling you what. We talked about it yesterday, Gabe. He's 25, or at least was today, coming in 25-1 to win the MVP. And I made the case yesterday. The guy's already got a complete game. This team is clearly rattled. I said, if he pitches well tomorrow and they win 3-1, 3-2, and he goes 7-8 innings, you know, without a real hero, barring a 7th home run, he, you know, at 25-1, it's not a bad ticket to be holding. It really isn't, you know. And who knows, the way he was willing to pitch in game 3 with the 18 inning one, maybe he would be willing to pitch an inning tomorrow if it got to a game 7.
He's so crazy. I mean, you would figure at this point he seems like Superman. But I brought it up earlier. They, you know, I'm not saying the Dodgers are talking about a game 7, but Dave Roberts was asked about game 7 and about the pitching. And like I said, it's slated Glasnow, and he basically said Glasnow is good to go, and he said so is Ohtani, essentially. He said it's going to be a Glasnow Ohtani type of, and he goes, Ohtani could pitch in any, and then he threw it out there. Opener, closer, reliever, we'll see what happens. So I don't know if he's just throwing it out there to play mind games with people, but something to keep our eye on. And here's Mookie Betts with another classic, great playoff at-bat. Scott, he's down 0-2 in the count. It's amazing. Man. And, dude, he always takes the first pitch, too. Like, everybody in baseball knows. You take the first pitch all the time, Mookie. And pitchers know this. They're grooving strikes to you because you don't swing. And then once in a while, he'll swing at the first pitch, but he'll pop it out. Like, he's really rattled right now.
Yeah. We're talking about a veteran World Series winning team. A lot of these guys have been on a couple of World Series. They've been in playoffs. You know, Mookie's won a couple with Boston and LA.
All-Stars, Scott.
I mean, just like, I mean, and they're acting like they're you know, a first-year team with a bunch of, 23, 24-year-olds. They're acting like the Milwaukee Brewers, right? Really? Right? You know?
Yeah, meanwhile, we got a bunch of 28-year-old journeyman career minor leaguers on the Jays acting like the Dodgers and hitting, crushing the ball.
Yeah. Amazing. So, all right, top of the second. It's no score. At least they got through that inning. Good job by Yamamoto getting Vlad Guerrero, of all people, to ground into a double play. So, minus 130.
And remember, Scott, Yamamoto, we talk about it often. Yamamoto, if you're going to get him, he usually kind of gotten to in the first inning. So, the fact that he got out of that, you know, and here's Mookie Betts grounding out to third base. So, we got it. We had, to me, college football. We'll talk a little college football here in a second. I had one of the most. I couldn't figure out this line game. I really couldn't tonight, and that was the over/under on Memphis and Rice at 48.5. Yeah, fell low, huh?
Football with Rich Civerella. Yeah, 48.
It's already 62.5, 28.7. Dude, you figured that Memphis was going to put up a 40 spot on their own.
Exactly, right? I mean, crazy. We'll do a little college football when we come back to Game Live.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like, their clubhouse dynamic, I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number one. We'll put the baseball aside. It is no score, top of the second inning. Another strikeout for Gossman. He's got four out of the 5 outs are strikeouts. After what the Dodgers did last game, they're on pace to even duplicate that, if not exceed that, believe it or not. So let's put that aside. Let that sit and simmer, and hopefully get some good news out of the Dodgers. Let's talk a little college football. Good buddy Rich Sermonello joins us here on the grid. Rich, Scott, Gabe, what's going on, my friend? How are you tonight on this fabulous football Friday?
Doing good. Always great to be on with you guys. Gabe, it's probably been about 7 or 8 years. I have missed you, my friend. It has been
too
a long
Rich.
time.
I missed our Saturday mornings. Great times.
My God, that was. I have told people that the 25 years I've been covering college football, some of those shows were the favorite moments. Forget about SportsGrid. My entire career.
There's never a dull moment.
on or off the air. It was fabulous for a couple of years.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Easy
it.
more fun off. Yeah. You said you were watching before we came on the air, North Carolina. Were you one of those, Rich, that thought maybe, just maybe, the Bill Belichick experiment would work there? And what are your impressions so far?
Yeah, listen, I would be honest if I was on, the Chapel Bill train. That was not me, though. It made absolutely no sense. Someone in their 70s, tailing at the end of his NFL career, now taking over. Now, listen, if it was going to work, it was going to work now because college football is like the minor leagues to the NFL, so it's very similar. Not like 5-10 years ago, but it made no sense. I don't know how long it's going to last. Might be one and done for Belichick, but obviously it doesn't look like they're going to even bowl this year.
Hard to believe, guys. I was going to say, it's hard to believe that Penn State and the Ohio State game, they're actually considering, maybe we shouldn't put this on national television, right? Who would have thought, Rich, that we'd have like a 20-point spread at this point of the season? And suddenly, all right, that was supposed to be the big game of the day, so I want to get your thoughts on that. But a game that's kind of at the back end of the card, that you have two teams still alive. You can lose twice and get into the playoffs. So this is kind of an eliminator with the Sooners and the Vols. That game intrigues me on Saturday night, Rich. But what are your thoughts on those?
Yeah, quickly. I mean, in terms of Penn State, how about this, guys? And you can't use Drew Aller because Drew Aller's injury came late in the collapse. Penn State is probably not going to be bowl eligible. I mean, that is incredibly stunning.
Yeah.
This team, this James Franklin team was built for not a Big Ten title, not the playoffs. This was a national championship caliber team, and they completely tanked. I think they could finish with 5 wins, maximum 6. So stunning that this game doesn't matter. I'll be interested in the motivation for Ohio State. Clearly the better team. Penn State still has the athletes, by the way. Outside of the young quarterback, Ethan Grunkmeyer will be starting, obviously, in place of Drew Aller. They played well against Iowa, covered in Iowa City. Now they have a chance to play spoiler. The talent is there for this to be close. I just think that Ryan Day is going to lay it on Penn State. And in terms of Oklahoma and Tennessee, I have really been impressed by Tennessee. A couple of losses to Alabama and Georgia. Joey Aguiar, who I questioned in the offseason, has been very good at quarterback. So, Oklahoma, bigger disappointment for me. John Mateer, when he probably came back too early against Texas, he's been a disappointment. Defense has been good, but Brent Venables, again, disappointing. I like Tennessee in this matchup.
All right, you mentioned Texas, pretty good one against Vandy. Who would have thought that this would be a 2.5-point spread, Texas favored, being at home? Does Arch play? Does it matter in your eyes?
Yeah, I think it does. Matthew Caldwell came off the bench, threw the game winner in overtime last week. Texas has not looked great the last couple of games. Mississippi State last week. Kentucky 2 weeks ago had a rally in both of those games. This is not a vintage Sark team. I would prefer to have Arch. I don't know if he's going to be 100%. The interesting angle for me is more Clark Lee. Does he stay at Vanderbilt? A lot of high-profile coaching jobs. Florida is out there. Penn State is obviously out there. LSU now. Brian Kelly is gone. Clark Lee could be popular. And then Diego Pavia. We've seen some crystallization of the Heisman odds. Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza, Haynes King from Georgia Tech. I've now seen plus 2,500. He's getting into the mix. But if for some reason Pavia leads Vanderbilt to the playoffs, and it's going to be tough, you still have Tennessee at the end of the season, I think Diego Pavia could be someone that's popular in terms of the Heisman markets.
But their offense is struggling now, right? Like, you can't really say, I get it, he's a good story, but you look at the last couple of weeks, their offense. Look, I thought Missouri outplayed them, Rich. It was unbelievable. Missouri kept on getting big stops. They would go for it. They missed a field goal. They just could not. They turned the ball over inside the red zone. It felt like 50 times. Vandy did survive. But for that game, Scott, tomorrow, and Rich, my take, guys, and Rich, what I know your thoughts on this is, I'm expecting a low-scoring game with Texas and Vanderbilt. I'm betting the under in this game.
Yeah, it's a great call because Texas's defense has had to step up, and that's exactly what they've done. Anthony Hill, quiet all season, great game last week against Mississippi State. Colin Simmons, quiet in the beginning part of the season, great the last couple of weeks. I think 6 or 7 sacks over the last 3 weeks. Michael Taft, their All-American safety, has got a thumb injury. He's been out. He's still not back, but everyone else is stepping up. Totally agree with you. Pavia is a ham and egger. I mean, he's not an NFL quarterback, and that offense has not looked great over the past couple of weeks.
One of my favorite betting systems in play tomorrow, Rich, and that is the coaches fired system, which, oh, by the way, is 7-1 against the spread. The only loser was Colorado State that I looked at. And that's Florida, firing Billy Napier 2 weeks ago. Their first game, world's largest cocktail party, which I guess they don't want you calling that anymore for whatever reason. So Georgia laying 7.5 against Florida.
Well, God bless you, Scott, because I don't know anyone else who has brought up the interim head coach bump, which this season has been. Yes. And in fact, we went hard on Colorado State for that very reason. And that, of course, that was the first loss a couple of weeks ago. They got blanked. But yeah, I don't know about Florida at this point. I sort of get the feeling, guys, that in the era of NIL and transfer portal, Florida's season is not going as planned. The coach is gone. I wonder if anything is left in the tank, as a lot of, is DJ Lagway going to still be in Gainesville next year? Yeah, like in other words, like these
emotionally.
guys might be sort of like have 1 foot in 2026 already. Georgia has
Georgia's starting to
owned
dial it up a
Florida.
bit now.
Yeah.
Georgia-
Even Gunnar Stockton is starting to make plays. The offense, which was terrible in September, has started to make plays. The defense is always good. So I think in this kind of a rivalry, if they can lay it on Florida, that's exactly what they'll do.
I thought, Scott, when you said betting system, you were going to talk about the military academy teams when they play each other.
No.
And the game goes
that's
under
level.
the number. Now, we had one earlier this year that did go over, but the Army-Air Force matchup, guys, the last 10 times they played, it's 10-0 to the under.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
We're
let me
on a
give you another
43-9
number.
military academy run, Rich, right now. What are your thoughts?
And the thing is, the reason why is that they know the offense. I mean, most of the teams in the FBS have no idea how to defend the option, but Army, Navy, and Air Force obviously do. How about this for a number? Last 8 times that they have faced Army, Air Force, that is, they've averaged 9 points per game. Now, this year's Air Force offense has been terrific. Defense is atrocious. But Liam Zarka at quarterback for Air Force has been really, really good. But Army has the blueprint to stop the Air Force offense. And historically, you mentioned it, Gabe, over the last decade, that is exactly what has happened. Under 10 points per game over the last 8 games. I'll stick with the under because of the historical edge here.
Wow. Any others real quick before we let you go that you like tomorrow?
Yeah, I like Kansas State to beat Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is ready to go down. Kansas State might be the hottest team in the Big 12 right now. I'm not convinced that Baron Morton is 100% the Texas Tech quarterback.
I don't want to get with my 100-1 ticket at the beginning of the year with the championship. Good job, Rich. I appreciate it, man. We'll do it again.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what, like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like, their clubhouse dynamic, I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carden Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Thanks again, Rich Semernella, former SportsGrid host, joining us. As hopefully you can do from time to time. Talk a little college football. We got opposite picks coming up. We got Gabe's picks coming up as well. So certainly not done with the college football scene. Good news if you're a Dodger fan in that at least they survived the initial surge that you knew Toronto fans and the Blue Jays were going to come out with, Gabe, to start the game. So they're in the top of the third. Yamamoto's done a great job. He's not allowed anything. Dodgers aren't, they're swinging at the fences and they're hitting nothing but air. But at least, we're in the third inning, and that, like I said, that initial push that you knew Toronto was going to come out with, they've been able to survive that, if that means anything.
Yeah, I agree. And you notice the crowd, they've calmed down a little bit. It's like, all right, listen, they're standing up right now because we got 2 strikes again. But this stadium is ready to erupt, right? And the Dodgers have to do something to really just sort of put the fans down, take their energy, take their life. They've been drinking all day. How excited they are. You could take away a lot of energy in the stadium by doing something. But good point by you. Listen, they're swinging for the fences, right? I haven't seen a good at-bat. I haven't seen, no one's really working anything. Kiki's up right now. And he just got called on an outside pitch. I guess that was a strike. And wow. So Gossman just went over a strikeout prop. It was 5.5, Scott. There's his 6th strikeout of the game. The first out of the third inning. We're in the third inning. He's already up to 6 Ks right now. Talk about an epic performance and a classic game, huh? Man, this guy's earning his paycheck so far.
FanDuel, I'm guessing they're not offering it right now because he's pitching right now. But they do offer Yamamoto alternate strikeouts. So once he gets out of this top of the third inning, Gabe, listen, if he's got 6 now, I mean, he's on pace. If you want to bet like 8, 9, 10, right?
Yeah. He just gave up his first hit. Tommy Edman with a double. All right. Let's see if they can do something with it, right? Not just a single. Yeah. Good job, Tommy. That's good hitting. He didn't try to hit a home run. He lined it right into the corner, one of those little, line drive squib into the corner doubles. Good. That's what wins baseball games, right? Like everybody's been swinging for the fences, but he is the 8th hitter in the lineup. So now you got Rojas coming up.
And
who's
then
in
the
for Baez. Yeah.
Right. And then
it'll be Will Smith.
And then you got to get Will Smith.
With runners on first and second.
Yeah.
Unless Rojas hits it with double play here. Rojas a pretty good hitter, though. In a regular season, he's one of those, scrappy vet guys, 262, 7 home runs on the season, right? Doesn't play every day, utility player.
Yeah. All right. So, but at least they got the no-hitter thing out of the way. Not that was a concern at this point, third inning.
Yeah.
But it was pitching.
And you know what I liked? I liked that Edman did the little Dodger thing. He did the thing at the dugout. You know what I mean? Have a little fun out there. Like, they're really tense, right? Like, they need something. Smile, like, I don't know, something. Like, you look at Dave Roberts. He looks stressed already. We're only in the third inning right now.
Yeah.
Really.
Like
the Dodgers just have a stressed out vibe to them, Scott. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm stressed out. I've been stressed out all day. Like the other day when I went to the game, Scott, I swear to God, the day flew by. I was like, man, I got to get to the stadium already. Time is going fast. Today, it was like forever, this game. And then when the game was about to start, I almost felt like I was going to court or something. I was like, oh, God, now we got to face the music. Like, there's no more, we'll be fine. Like, after the game, I was like, we'll be fine on Friday. Now I was like, oh, God, we'll see if we're going to be fine or not. Like, got to play the game now, right? And I was just really hoping we can sort of get a little bit of a lead here and some, little can breathe a little. But we'll see if Rojas can deliver in Edman here.
Yeah. Would you do something crazy and maybe try and steal third base, right-handed batter up, and then have an ability to do a
at this
squeeze?
Point, yeah. Well, Rojas just struck out, so that changes things.
Never mind then. Another strike.
So now they got Ohtani coming up. First base is open, but they've been getting him out, Scott. Do you tempt fate and put him on? He struck him out on like 4 pitches in the first at-bat.
Yeah. I would still probably put him on. But I got to tell you.
They're putting him on.
Yeah, I would do that too. If this was like nobody on, nobody out, I'd face him. I wouldn't just put him on for the sake of putting him on. But with an open base, it gives you the force play as well. I don't have I wouldn't have a problem with it. Putting him on.
I'm not a fan of this breaking up the lefty-righty stuff. Who cares? Like,
me neither.
I'd rather have Freeman up here, Scott. I'd rather have Freeman.
Yes,
exactly. Like Freeman.
We talked about that yesterday.
You got to think of it, Scott. You know it's going to come up. It's like, all right, so if they walk Ohtani, now it's Will Smith that's batting after, right? We got to have Freeman there instead, at least,
It almost is better when you have a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, because it's 2 lefties. They can't avoid it.
Because now they're like, they're not going to be like, okay, we can walk Ohtani. We can't. We got to face another lefty. So,
Will
Face hit?
Smith, legend. I thought it was out of the park, Scott, but it's not out of the park. But big hit, Will. Double,
You
Will
gotta run?
Smith. Double.
All right. Whew. Wow.
1-0,
1-0.
second and third. Man, he smoked it into the corner. I thought it was gone for a second. I was like, oh, boy. Well, that's what I said his name. Will Smith. Will Smith. I was like, no, okay.
We'll take
Big
it, though.
hit, though, Will.
We'll take the
You
1-0.
paid the price.
Yeah.
Hey, you walked Otani. You made him pay. I like that. You made him pay.
Yeah. For the first time. All those times he walked the other day, he didn't score one time. Not one time. So you got to make him pay for not facing him and putting him on base. All right, so 1-0. Dodgers now minus 240 as a 140 favorite coming in. Now it's 240. I tell you what, I would walk Freeman and face Betts.
To get to
That
Betts?
is something I absolutely would do. The way Betts is hitting, why would you face Freddie Freeman when you got an open base? And he's righty-lefty, right? I mean, if you're going to walk Otani, you're not going to walk Freeman too?
Gossman, I'm not going to say rattled, but he's hit a little mini wall here. I said Will Smith just hit him. He just threw a ball in the dirt. That was lucky Kirk just blocked, right? So suddenly he's not quite as dominant. So things can change in a hurry in baseball, right? See if Freddie can, Freddie, just a single makes it 3-0 here, like you said. Yeah. One single. You don't have to be a hero here, Freddie, with a home run. Just a single.
I'll tell you what, if he gets a hit here, the manager will have to answer to this. I think this is, this is at the point where, to me, it's stupid. Like, some things are optional with the Otani thing there, but this, when you got Betts who can't hit his way out of a paper bag, batting neck, open base, and you're going to have a lefty face your righty pitcher with a righty on deck? This is dumb. We'll see how it turns out.
We got a 3-1 count.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. Yep. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. Mm-hmm. They're not. It's what, like, the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like, their clubhouse dynamic, I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe closing out hour number one. Baseball is like any other sport. It's go back to when you were a kid, playing Little League Baseball, and, you couldn't catch a fly, let alone a fly ball. No matter where they put you, Gabe, the ball always came to you. It always came to you. So same thing kind of with Mookie Betts. Right now, he can't hit his way out of a paper bag, but every time he gets up, it's just like, man.
You can blow the game open here, too.
Can I get up here with 2 out and nobody on base one time?
Mookie!
Did he? At least they hit.
Singles, bases loaded, 3-0 Dodgers.
Wow. That's
on a 1-2 count. He dug himself a hole too, Scott. It was a 1-2 count. Like he was in a hole already.
I saw the 1-2 count on my scorecard here. So,
and just like that, the Dodgers dugout has a little swag. Ohtani's walking through the dugout with a little swag, high-fiving everybody right now. Like, they can get their swag back quick, Scott, these guys. If you just gave Yamamoto a 3-0 lead now. All right, Yamamoto. Ooh.
So they walked Freeman, but they pitched to him. He actually had a couple of pitches.
Scott, I would have pitched to Ohtani. They struck him out the first time. They said something earlier. A-Rod or Big Poppy they were talking about John Schneider. They didn't interview Schneider. And Schneider basically said a couple of years ago he wasn't doing what he wanted to do as a manager. He kind of said that if I'm going to get fired, I'm doing it my way. And he goes, we play to win now. We're not playing not to lose. We play to win. Like, we're playing aggressive. You start walking guys, like, I thought he overmatched, Scott. You struck him out the first time. Why dodge Ohtani now? If Ohtani hasn't been hitting the ball, you sort of snowballed it a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? You challenge Will Smith, and now you got Mookie Betts coming up. You could have avoided it, I think. Ohtani could have just popped out or struck it out again. That's my own take, that they sort of started that fire. You've been aggressive. You've been striking them out. They haven't done damage to you in like 3 games now offensively. What are you scared of? Pitch to them. That's my take.
Yeah, I thought he botched up that inning. I don't have a problem with walking him, but, I wouldn't have ripped him had he pitched to Ohtani. I did have a problem then pitching to Freddie Freeman. I thought that was stupid. And they didn't pitch around him. He had a couple of pitches to hit. But in the end, it turns out to be, Betts that comes through anyway. But, not a big fan of what
just struck
happened.
out.
Yeah, okay.
8 strikeouts for Gausman now.
Wow. Let me see what they're offering him. Now, he's down 3-0. Let me see if they have a strikeout prop for him now. That would be funny if they didn't, the way he's striking guys out. Pitching, no. Live specials? Where did I see the other one? All right, I'll see if I can find it. But live specials, Yamamoto. They're giving me Yamamoto still. That doesn't make sense since he's going to be pitching here, but they're not giving me Gausman strikeouts.
Yamamoto, for the record, Scott, is down to plus 850 right now for the MVP.
Wow.
The live market.
How about that? 25 to 1. Take it.
Vlad Guerrero, minus 125. Shohei Ohtani, plus 105. Yamamoto, plus 850. Alejandro Kirk, 25 to 1. There's a big drop-off with everybody. So the big 3 right now, it's Vlad, Ohtani, Yamamoto.
Wow. I'm telling you. Even at 850, now it's not 25 to 1 anymore, but if this guy pitches a gem, and he's not throwing that many pitches tonight, if he, God forbid, he goes
if he goes complete game. Like, imagine 2 complete games in a World Series. That'd have to be the first time since like the 50s or something.
In a while, yeah.
And I don't even know if anyone's done it, Scott. Like, Don Larson pitch a perfect game, so... Right, you figure, but did they get the opportunity? I don't know. They're great pitchers, but maybe they didn't go 7 games. Like, and complete 2. I'm sure someone's done it, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. Off the top of my head in our lifetimes, I don't recall it. Do you?
No.
Jack Morris? No. Did Jack Morris want the complete game in the last one? Like, I'm not saying it's never been done, so maybe someone can help me out on this one. I'm going to look it up. Most complete games in a World Series.
I bet it's since the 70s, I bet not. Or maybe mid-70s. Maybe some of the Vita Blues of the world, maybe. But I bet it's got to go back to like Gibson or Colfax or Vita Blue or, one of those. From the 80s on, I bet not. I don't remember any. But we'll see. But all right. So
I'm going back a ways. I see Christy Matheson had 10 complete games in the World Series.
That's the ways back. Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. So that's why I was right. Like Whitey Ford, good call by you, Bob Gibson.
Yeah, right.
Bob Gibson. Yeah, it's all, dude. It's
Any
all
Colfax?
like, no, bro. It's all like Eddie
Colfax?
Plank, Wait Hoyt,
Right.
Whitey Ford, Bob
Way
Gibson,
back.
Chief Bender,
Yeah.
Chief Bender. I like the names. Eh? Mordecai Brown,
Yeah.
Deacon Phillips, Sandy
Mordecai
Koufax.
Brown.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what, like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like their clubhouse dynamic. I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. It is in-game live game day on the grid. Hour number 2 on this Friday. College football opposite picks coming up in about 20 minutes or so. In the meantime, Scott and Gabe watching a little baseball, a little NBA, a couple of hockey games as well. We could take a poke at here before we are through for sure. But baseball, the main stage, 3-0 Dodgers leading it as Toronto does have a runner on second base. Barger with a double to lead off the bottom. Guy's hitting 500 now, 9 of 18. In the playoffs this year. Crazy. Just crazy.
Unbelievable.
We were talking about the complete games here, Gabe. So you found a couple of pitchers that had more than one complete game in the World Series, or at least in the postseason?
Yeah, exactly. So in the past 55 years, Yamamoto has 2 complete games. Only 3 players in the last 55 years have had 3 complete games in the playoffs. And in more recent years than we were talking about some of the old guys, I was going over the most complete games in World Series history. But Kurt Schilling's got 2001. Kurt Schilling, 2001. Oral Hershiser, Los Angeles Dodgers, 1988, famously known as the Bulldog because he used to go complete games all the time. And Louis Tion, 1975.
Louis.
Yeah, Louis Tion. So those are the 3. Kurt Schilling, Oral Hershiser, Louis Tion. The only 3 players in the last 55 years to have 3 complete games in the postseason. Yamamoto with 2 right now.
Still the best World Series that I've ever seen, even though I lost as a kid watching Red Sox and Cincinnati Reds. 75, yeah. That was a great series. That really was. Louis was part of it. So
yeah, a lot of people think one of the greatest, best. And a lot of people think that's the best team ever too, right? The Big Red Machine.
Big Red Machine. You look at all the Hall of Famers that run that team when everything was said and done, and Pete in his prime, and Johnny Bench, and oh yeah, just one after another.
Joe Morgan,
Not the
Dave
greatest
Concepcion.
Yeah, not
Ken
the greatest
Griffey.
pitching staff, right? Don Gullett, I think, was their ace, if memory serves me right.
Or George Foster.
George Foster, another one. Concepcion, you said it, yeah.
Tony Perez,
yeah,
first
great
base.
team.
Yeah, they were loaded. Tom Seaver, there was their pitcher, right? So you had Tom Seaver. But you're right. Other than that,
yeah, no, he was after. He wasn't with the Reds then. He came later on.
What year did he join the Reds?
He was with the Mets, and then he was with the White Sox, right? And then the Reds, or was it the Reds before the White Sox? The Reds and then the White Sox. Yeah, I don't think he was on the '75 series though.
No, he joined the Reds 77. Yeah. 77 until who was was it Andujar?
Joaquin Andujar. Was that him? The Houston Astro?
I remember Joaquin.
Was he on the Reds?
I was thinking Andujar was on the Reds too, but probably not in that Red team after, I'm thinking. Yeah, he was on the Reds after too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they
great
screwed
team.
Around with Seaver. They lost him twice here in the Mets. Yeah, they traded him one time, and then they let him leave another time. That was just that's a black spot. Yeah, I didn't think it was 77. It was fairly close, but I just didn't remember him being in that World Series. So.
77 until 82.
Yeah, 5 years. He pitched a lot there. I don't think of him as a Red. I think Mets. I think a little White Sox.
Really, huh? It's weird. As a kid, I just think of him. I think of him as like This Week in Baseball with Johnny Bench as a Red and stuff.
Really? Yeah.
Because that's what I really, my memories of baseball were like, 75, 76, but like really like, 77, 78. So pretty much when I remember him as a Met though. Like, so as a kid, I remember him as a Met, but if you ask me, I'd think, Tom Seaver, like, I know I get it. He won the World Series, right? So, with the Mets, but I sort of think of him as a Red more than anything. I don't think of him as a White Sox.
Really? Wow. Yeah.
No.
Well,
I think when I think of him with the White Sox, I think with the goofy uniforms that the White Sox had. Remember they wore shorts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he was on the White Sox in that era, right? So, Blue Jays put a run on the board. They just don't go away to this team. Like I said earlier before the game, huh? Like every time LA scores, you get the feeling, Toronto will score again after anyway. So like you better keep on scoring. So we got a 3-1 game right now. We got a 3-1 game. Springer comes through and delivers Barger home.
That's what I said about Game 5. The Dodgers never had that chance to enjoy it. Like I said, the first 3 pitches, you got 2 runs. When the Dodgers scored, then Toronto would score the next half inning. Going to the 7th, the Blue Jays would score a couple of runs and take all the emotion out of the game going to the bottom of the 7th. Same thing against
tonight. They don't go away.
You put 3 on the board. Yeah, it's amazing. This was a big inning.
You're only up by 2 now,
would shut them down. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get out of this. If it's 3-1, but I thought A-Rod, and normally they don't bring a lot to the table, but I thought, I didn't want to watch the Blue Jays feed because it's all Blue Jays covered. So I watched the Fox feed before the game started, the pregame show, and I thought they were actually good tonight. Derek Jeter was telling good stories about playing in big games and the feeling and stuff like that. And A-Rod brought it up about how, you've got to put multiple runs up on the board here. Like the Blue Jays, they just string it together. And we see it. They don't go away, Scott, just over and over, this Blue Jay team. Remember the other night, like you said, it felt like when the Dodgers were down by 2, it felt like more. And look, the Dodgers are up by 2, but it doesn't really feel like they're up by anything at 3-1 right now, right? It's like, no, you better score again because they're going to tie the game in the next inning almost. Like, Dodgers got to keep the wheels going, and they can't be satisfied with 3. But I thought what A-Rod said about Yamamoto, he goes, Yamamoto shouldn't have to feel like he has to pitch a perfect game tonight, right? Like I thought A-Rod, that was a good point. He said if Yamamoto goes deep into the game and gives up 3 runs tonight, he did his job. And Jeter agreed. He's like, the offense needs to show up, right? So, all right, Yamamoto gave up a run here. 3's not good enough if you're the offense, if you're the Dodgers, Scott, right now. Not against this Toronto team, right? Not against this, in this crowd and that, Vlad Guerrero and everybody, you better keep on scoring runs. 3-1 is not a big enough lead to sit on right now for the next 6 innings, man.
Yeah. And with that Dodger bullpen, you figure that it probably will come into play. A chance of him going back to back to back.
You figure they go right to Sasaki tonight, right? 7, 8, 9 type thing, if that's what it comes down to.
Hoping. Yeah, that's what they got to be hoping, right? So they get out of it. They had a chance to get out of it with no runs because that was a 2-out hit by Springer. But at least long fly out for the final out. So it is 3-1 heading to the top of the fourth. Dodgers minus 430. I tell you what, I don't want to bet tomorrow.
Wow, only up by 2.
Yeah, you get the Blue Jays at 3-1.
A red hot team too. Red hot team at that price.
At home no less. To think they're not going to put a scare into LA, I'd be surprised. I still can't find those pitching props, man. I think this guy is mowing them down so easily. Here we go. Now they finally got it up there. Gausman to record 13 strikeouts, 25-1. They won't offer anything. I don't see anything less than that.
Yeah, he's not getting the 13 because he was starting to lose his location a little bit there. I think he was pitching on adrenaline, all those strikeouts early. He's losing some of the a lot of the balls were in the dirt. Seems like he was losing a little bit of speed as well. I think the adrenaline was kicking in, but MVP odds keep moving. Yamamoto's down to 6-1 right now. So we see it. Like the closer like this game goes on that the Dodgers would win, his number keeps dropping, right? His number, he keeps dropping. No one on the Dodgers has really done anything offensively to stand out, right? Shohei Ohtani had the big game. So he had that one big game. He could have put icing on the cake, Scott, by pitching well, and he didn't, right? Because Ohtani had that extra bonus thing, like that extra, well, he's going to pitch. He didn't pitch that well. But this series isn't over yet. And we still could have a lot of baseball left, Scott, potentially with a Game 7 tomorrow, and a lot of chances for heroes to be made.
Yeah. Right now, for the Dodgers, there isn't a hero. Unless you want to say Freeman because of the walk-off hit. But
Yamamoto's the hero so far.
Yeah.
He's the hero so far,
Yeah. They offered Gausman 12, but now it's locked. 12 strikeouts at 7-1. Is he going to get 4 more?
Muncy just grounded out.
All right.
I think the strikeouts are going to slow down now.
Let's hope so. Honestly, let's hope so.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like their clubhouse dynamic. I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number 2. We got college football opposite picks coming up in about 5 minutes or so. But in the meantime, take a look at a little college football, a little baseball, obviously as well. Top of the 4th inning, it is still 3-1. Nothing changing there. Dodgers minus 350 and Toronto plus 255. College football, you got a couple games tonight. I don't have the lines with the Syracuse since it's a New York school. Get the local kid, Long Island kid, making his debut against Bill Belichick. How about that? 10-6.
Low scoring.
Syracuse
4.5. So Syracuse are now laying 4.5, up 4 at the half. Total 37.5 for the football game. 31-7. It's kind of slowed down, Scott, the Memphis-Rice game.
Yeah.
Memphis had been stuck at 31, and, I figured Rice would give us a little bit more. But Rice actually are on the Memphis 19-yard line right now. But the total has dropped to 53.5 right now in that football game. And our boys, Scott, Sam Houston State in action tonight, getting lit up by La Tech 27-0.
Wow. I thought just maybe they would put forth an effort. I like the over in both of those games. I didn't play the Syracuse game, like I said, but I love the over in the Memphis Rice, and now I got to sweat that one out a little bit. Although I see Rice has got it now at the 19-yard line. I don't think down 24 they'd be kicking any field goals, but we need 2 touchdowns there. And then La Tech just blowing out Sam Houston, 27-0. You said it. Right now that's 31.5. Wow. That's a big fat number. 57.5. That was 48.5 as well. I like that over just because I figured, La Tech was good for 30 plus. Like I said, you get these bad teams that have a disappointing season like Sam Houston gave, but they get on national TV, and this is like their Super Bowl. So I figured we get an honest effort out of them, at least 14 points, but we might not even get that. They're just bad.
They're just not very good. Yeah, they're a bad football team, right? It's not their year. The wheels have fallen off for them, and it's kind of getting worse. Right now. Once that reality kicks in, too, you're ineligible to go to a bowl game. You're getting lit up all the time. You're going on the road. And, you're not going to the end. Like, it's not like these kids are taking, first-class charters or anything like that, too, right? Like, they really got to dig down deep now. They're getting on a bus, Scott, and driving in the middle of the sticks in Louisiana right now, right? They're getting lit up. No one's making NIL money on this team. They're getting some free chicken wings from the local restaurants and stuff, right? Yeah. So it's not a big party for the kids on the team right now.
Islanders 2-1 over the Capitals. 3 games. What was the NHL's? They had an afternoon game at 1 o'clock out in Vegas at 4 o'clock East Coast time. Then they had this middle game at 7 o'clock, and then they got a late game Anaheim at Detroit. I'm glad they didn't have a full schedule, but what was the goal today with the NHL? I didn't get that.
They don't have a goal, Scott. They're crazy. I've talked about this for years. They make up their schedule on the back of a napkin at a strip club. They really just throw things like one day. Look, I don't know. They had 16 games the other day. Right? Oh, our frozen frenzy. Yeah, against the World Series. Good job. So you had this big thing, 16 teams. Not a rest of the week. The schedule's all whacked out and stuff. It's been it's always like this. I don't know. Was it a holiday anywhere today? No. You know what I mean?
Halloween?
So what is it? Halloween? Halloween's not a holiday.
Holiday, yeah.
People work on Halloween. It's not like, it's a holiday. It's not a holiday. It's a party day, right? It's not a holiday. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how it makes sense. But like I said, they started the regular season on a Tuesday at 5 o'clock, Scott. Right? Yeah. And the thing is, it's funny. I kid. It actually worked out for them because you got Game 6, but they can't pretend to say, oh, yeah, we knew we didn't have, we weren't going to put Canadian teams on because the Blue Jays are going to be in the World Series. You guys didn't know they were going to be hosting Game 6. It's just by chance. I don't know if they said, all right, Game 6, but they don't seem to care about other sports nights and other worlds. What it is, though, is Saturday's their big day, right? They like that pretty much everybody plays Saturday for the most part, right? That's their big thing. Yeah. So you'll have full slate on Saturday.
Yeah. It was just weird having it staggered the way they did. But NBA, Celtics looking to rebound after losing to Philadelphia to start the season, leading the 76ers, 5 minutes left by 11. Nice job. They beat Cleveland the other night by 20. I didn't think they'd be able to bounce back and have another good effort, but they are. Cavs leading the Raptors 71-69. Close game there, third quarter. Bulls.
The overtrends continue, huh?
Bulls. Yeah,
that surprised me, Scott. The Bulls coming into the year. Full disclosure, I bet against the Bulls in the first game of the year against the Detroit Pistons, thinking This Bulls team did nothing in the offseason. They weren't very good to begin with. You look at the talent that they have, Scott, and it's bottom level. Like, you could, I don't know, it's still early, so I don't want to overreact to this, but let's tip our cap. They're drilling the Knicks tonight, and they're coming into the season. They haven't lost. They're 4-0 on the season, straight up and against the spread.
Yeah. They're leading by what? Is it 19 or 21? 19. Yeah, 72-53 as 5.5-point dogs, which I didn't quite get why they were such big dogs. One thing about Vegas, I will say, a lot of times you think they're always up on these things, and they are for the most part. But sometimes, Gabe, they're slow, and maybe it's a sign of the public, really. They're slow to react to things, to adjust. They're not willing to admit the Bulls are actually.
They don't believe the Bulls. Exactly. They're not going to adjust their power rankings yet, right? Because of the first 4 games here. And quite frankly, I bet you they're making money doing it, Scott. To be honest, they're not adjusting, but so that's my whole point. Like you said, they're not adjusting. Yeah. I bet you people are keeping on betting against the Bulls.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Who's taking the Bulls every game? A diehard Bulls fan? Maybe there's a couple of sharps out there that see something that we didn't. But, yeah, unbelievable, the Bulls. I know I caught on to that. I didn't think the Bulls going to be good this year. Now, they still could be terrible when it's all said and done. But 4-0 is 4-0. But the overs, guys, coming into tonight in the NBA, 61% on the year, 44-28 to the over. 61% coming into tonight in the NBA.
Wow. Little lower tonight. Hawks and Pacers. The Pacers have everyone out hurt, obviously. And Atlanta does have Trae Young tonight. That's at 228.5. So that's a little low. Celtics and 76ers at 222.5. That's a little low. Cleveland and Toronto 213.5. The only one so far that's going crazy is the Knicks one. That's at 237.5. But my system coming into play, star player not playing for the Hawks, and they're going to win. Telling you. Bet that every night. You make money.
Bichette singled, but the Dodgers just turned a double play and got out of it again. So the inning is over. Second double play of the game.
Nice. All right. College football opposite picks coming up next.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Let's go. Their clubhouse dynamic. I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire, only SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carden Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Ah, yes. You know what time it is, folks. Time to take out the pad and pencils, get set for the fastest and, more importantly, most profitable 5 minutes in radio, in TV, opposite picks. What are opposite picks, you newbies ask? Well, that's all right. We missed the boat already. Okay. All right, we give you 7 games. We give you 7,000 reasons why we like one team, and then we go opposite. Why? Because despite all the stats, trends, hunches, injury reports, weather reports, systems, and everything else, nobody beats the boys in Vegas. Nice little 4-3 last week, so we're trying to get back to the Mendoza line of a 500 season here. Rare season. In which we're under 500, heading into week number 10. So here we go. We're on the positive side of things. We're going to start with Houston laying 12.5 against West Virginia. Are you kidding me? Boys in Vegas giving us a late Halloween tree with this line. Houston laying less than 2 touchdowns at home against West Virginia. Are you kidding me? 2-6 West Virginia. That's like getting the Great Pumpkin to visit you twice, for goodness sakes. West Virginia's lost 5 straight, 4 of the losses by 2 touchdowns or more. Love Houston here. Give me West Virginia plus the 12.5. Pick number 2, Illinois laying 11.5 against Rutgers. RU, decent team this year, but they had to fly to Indiana last week, back to New Jersey, now back to Illinois. NFL teams don't even handle that kind of a schedule, let alone 18, 19-year-old kids. 4 wins this year by RU against Purdue, blows. Norfolk State, who? Miami of Ohio, and Ohio. Not exactly a who's who of college football there. 3 of their 4 losses, though, have come by double digits. 4 of Illinois' 5 wins, meanwhile, have come by 16 points or more. Love the Illini at home. Give me Rutgers plus the 11.5. Pick number 3, Indiana laying 21.5 against Maryland, which for some goofy reason seems to be the wise guy's hot play this week. I don't get it, folks. Don't make this stuff harder than it has to be. 8-0 Hoosiers have won 5 of their games by 25 points or more. They're 19-2 straight up, 16-5 against the spread under head coach Curt Cignetti's 2 years. Their average margin of victory, 32 points a game, and now all I'm doing is laying 21.5. I love Indiana this week. Give me Maryland plus the 21.5. Pick number 4, our favorite betting system in play, the coaches fired system. Florida fired Billy Napier 2 weeks ago. This is their first game since. The coaches fired system this year, 7-1 against the spread, including UAB's outright win as a 20-plus point underdog to previously undefeated Memphis a couple of weeks ago. You do not let this game pass you by without betting Florida. Give me Georgia minus the 7.5. Pick number 5, Minnesota at home laying 3.5 against Michigan State. Listen, you can't play any worse than what Minnesota did last week, losing to Iowa 41-3. So why play on them? Because head coach P.J. Fleck is too good of a coach not to have his team in the perfect bounce-back spot. All 5 of their wins for Minnesota came at home, where this game is. Michigan State, meanwhile, 0-5 in conference play. Their only wins have come against god-awful Boston College, Western Michigan, and Youngstown State. And Minnesota 8-1 against the spread, their last 9 against Michigan State. Love Minnesota here. Michigan State plus the 3.5. Pick number 6, Hawaii getting a 1.5 at San Jose State. Boys in Vegas is dyslexia kicking in again. They got it backwards. It's Hawaii that's 6-2, San Jose 2-5. It's Hawaii that averages 29 points a game. San Jose State only 24. It's Hawaii that's 10-2 against the spread. Its last 12 games, San Jose State only 5-11. Everything points to Hawaii. Give me San Jose State minus the 1.5. Final pick number 7. Kansas laying 24.5 against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, since firing head coach Mike Gundy, have lost 5 straight, giving up 40 points or more in 4 of those games. They've been outscored a mind-boggling 311 to 116. They've lost games by 22, 28, 32, 42, 66, and they're 1-16 against the spread their last 17 games. You'd have to be the biggest dumbass, dunce, thicko, wacko, nutcase, dumbbell, goon, schlup, nincompoop, ratbag, simpleton, madman, nutcase, crackpot, jackass in the world to put American money at Oklahoma State. The Okie State. Opposite pick, week number 10. Good luck, folks.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like, their clubhouse dynamic, I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. It is in-game live game day here on the grid. So opposite picks in the bag. We'll get some of Gabe's plays for the college football weekend here in a little bit. But we got baseball. We got some college football, a little NBA. Let's talk it all with our good buddy Connor Mack. Check out all his plays, all his picks at oddshopper.com, oddshopper.com on this Halloween evening. We're in disguise here, Connor. How are you?
I'm disappointed, Connor.
And I don't know who that is, but that's not the Great Pumpkin. I'll tell you that.
I figured you were going to come in costume tonight, Connor. Come on, man.
Everything though is the mask would have been perfect, like to rock. But it's like the Dodger game 6. It's just kind of been anything and everything on my mind. But if we're back again here, I will be in costume if it's on another Halloween. Okay, I swear I will.
And
I gave a little
Friday,
short.
Too. You got a little Friday the 13th in there thrown in there as well.
Friday the 13th
nice
action.
Imagine what the bars are like in Toronto tonight.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Right? And if they actually win this game, can you imagine on a Friday night, Halloween,
Blue Jays. Dude, man, they're showing traffic outside the stadium. It's already there's a ton of cops everywhere. It's kind of a night. I think it'd be a nightmare to be down there. But we were bringing this up earlier, Connor. I was at the game on Wednesday. And when it was 3-1, it kind of felt like the Dodgers were down by more than 2. Just the sort of aura and feeling about it, the way they can't hit the baseball right now. And I kind of feel the same way now. It's like, all right, yeah, good. At least you're not losing 3-1 right now. But I don't feel very comfortable with a 3-1 lead against a Blue Jay team that has shown us time and time again. They just don't go away, these guys. And 1 through 9, they can get you. That's the scary part.
They're just been playing the better team. They're just a flat better team, I think, just flat out. Which the Dodgers have Yamamoto tonight. They're up 3-1. It would have been great to get a couple more, like we were talking about. But to have 2 home games after the crazy long one, of course, and just to be so flat and just not to be able to do anything. And just to watch the Blue Jays get every little thing done. Dodgers making mistakes in the field that's got them, somewhat this year. Teo and Wright charging that ball and others. And the at-bats were just all as good as Savage was. The Dodgers just ice cold. And but hey, win today, anything can happen tomorrow. And it's all hands on deck, as you guys know, in a crazy Game 7. So we got a ways to go here.
It'd be fitting if we go 7. This series has been so good, Scott, that we almost deserve 7 games, right?
Yeah. Yeah, little Saturday night action, Game 7. There's not a monster, game college football-wise. Oklahoma, Tennessee, I think is probably the best one tomorrow night. But,
That's true.
It kind of needs a little pick-me-up. So who did you have in the series, Connor? And right now, 3-1, Dodgers lead. They're laying 4-1, bottom of the 5th. And Toronto is plus 285, at least on FanDuel. What would you do?
Well, I had, for the series, I did have a play that the Jays were going to go win 2 games here at least, for sure. Nice. I thought that was the play, and they already have, so that's cashed. I was worried that this was 6 or 7, and it has, because just being on with you guys, I think we went on and on again, right? That how good this Jays team was, how well they put it in, the ball and field. I mean, and then they get by the Mariners, which was just massive. Like 6 and 7. So, the rest of the way, I don't know about tomorrow. I got to wait on tonight here a little bit. But I cashed Mookie. I went on a whole rant on today's show with Mookie Betts, and I said if he's ever going to get any pitcher, it would be tonight, right? With Gossman on the mound. It's one guy he's hit. Yes, and it had been such a struggle to watch him. We've seen him get in slumps where he looks, when he gets so hot, he's so hot, but when he's so cold, it could be a real struggle for him over the years. But, I mean, to just see those pop-ups, and they were throwing him fastballs, guys, like right down the middle. And Mookie, one of the better fastball hitters in the league, even this year, 339. First pitch type swinging guy, and just to see him struggle has not been good. And he's owned up to it, but at least he came through with a big hit there.
Yeah, we'll see if that single sort of gets him going, and he comes up with another big hit later. Alejandro Kirk just struck out for the first out of the 5th inning. Right now, updated series price. So this is interesting. The Dodgers were plus 195 coming into tonight to win the series. They're currently plus 110. So updated series price as of now. Toronto Blue Jays minus 140. LA Dodgers plus 110.
There would have been got in tonight. If you believed, you would have took the 190. Like if you, I think that would have been the
already in.
Which we're here. I know you
spent a lot of money going to watch them lose, so I wasn't obligated to do anything more.
That must have been rough. Yeah.
The lack of respect for this Toronto team really is amazing. Like FanDuel's got odds out for next year. Here's a list of teams in order.
Okay.
Dodgers at plus 350, Yankees 7-1, Phillies 10-1, Mets 11-1, Seattle 12-1, still no Toronto, Houston 13-1, still no Toronto, Boston 17-1, still
the Blue Jays are better
Toronto.
than the Yankees. They just beat the Mariners.
Yeah, they are the 9th choice, tied with Atlanta, San Diego at 20-1. I mean, they're it's amazing.
I'll throw it out there, Scott, too, and Connor, that you guys see the Blue Jays are a first-class organization. Players like them. And after this run, there's going to be more people who are going to say, you know what, I'll play with Vlad Guerrero. I'll play with Bichette. I'll play with these guys. These guys are good. Look at the fans that they have. I want to be a part of that. They're not going away. They're a young team, right? So it's not like, oh, yeah, they're going to be terrible next year. And they're owned by Rogers, who have a lot of money, guys. They tried to sign Ohtani. Right? They tried. Like they've gone after the big Like they've gone after the big boys. They'll be in play again to try to get better, Scott. Like they're not going to vanish this team. Like they're in it to win it, the Blue Jays.
20-1.
One thing I have to say, that number's crazy, real quick, but it's what's very tough. If they lose that could be. I think that goes up if they lose here. Because it's not easy to get back. We saw the Royals do it, but it's tough to get back to the World Series. And we're seeing how tough it is in the baseball. Yankees, the crazy 3 losing, 4 back in 2001, and Reds back in the 70s, Big Red Machine. So it's just not easy in baseball to go back.
There's no great teams now, though, really, right?
That's true.
We'll see what the Astros do. You got the Mariners who are there. I'm just saying the Blue Jays will be in the mix again. I definitely agree, Scott.
I agree. Yeah.
So the Blue Jays got a runner on first on an infield single.
All right.
What is there, one out?
Little college football, Connor. Who's on your plate tomorrow?
2 out.
Let's go here. I got a couple. We'll go to the small games. As you know, I love those type games here. I have a few. I'll touch on one quick. New Mexico. I like the over, of course, with UNLV, how bad their defense is. No team, even if UNLV off a bye with Boise State, should be laying any points with that defense. Flat out. New Mexico has the better defense. You're getting 4.5 points. I think they can win outright. That game, I think, sails over, and I think New Mexico is live there. One more I have some of these small schools is Louisiana, the Ragin' Cajuns, another one, +4 against South Alabama. Both these teams have been awful. South Alabama squeaks out a win and a cover last week, which they shouldn't. If anybody watched the end of that game, it's like as bad a football as can get, of course, as we get sometimes on these weeknight games, week in and week out. But also, Louisiana hasn't been great, too. They beat Marshall. They've lost a few in a row. But they've always played South Alabama tough. They beat them 7 of the last 9. The last 2 South Alabama won have been by 2 and 3. These teams are going to be so tight, I believe, in this game, why they're live. Both teams can run the football and both can't stop the run. They're not going to throw the ball. Both are lower and their defense is better that way. So a lot of running, tight game. Ragin' Cajuns +4 tomorrow. I'm on it.
I like that. Yeah, we'll bring you back. We'll get some more plays on the other side here.
Okay.
We want to come back. But I like that UNLV New Mexico play there. Yeah, UNLV, I don't know how they're 6-1. But literally the absolute worst defense in college football statistically. It's amazing. It really is. Talk with Connor back. More coming up here on the Grid.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. They're not. It's what like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like their clubhouse dynamic. I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carden Show, only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the grid. So no change with the baseball. Dodgers do get out of the bottom of the fifth inning. So top six, they go with a 3-1 lead, minus 520 now, and plus 350. Talking some college football, big slate of games, obviously tomorrow with Connor Mack. Check out all his plays, oddshopper.com, oddshopper.com, and look for Connor Mack's icon there. So how about a couple of top 25 games, Connor? Got some decent ones tomorrow, no specific order, but how about Vandy getting 2.5, ranked ninth in the country? How many people thought they would be higher ranked than Texas entering this game? But the Longhorns ranked 20th, laying 2.5 at home against Diego Pavia and the Commodores.
This is the classic game here. What we've already seen, as you guys all know, in this industry, every dollar is on Vandy, and this line's kind of gone here, pushed to 3 to Texas. But I haven't believed it. And I'm one of these guys that have backed Vandy since last year for the most part. And a couple losses in there that they've had, but they've consistently come through. What I love the most about them, Texas's defense has been very good. Obviously, last week was not. They have to come roaring back and win the game there. But I like how Vanderbilt's defense plays. And one thing that makes them good, they stay on the field, their offense. With Pavia, they grind the clock. They don't, they just slow everything down to what they want to do. And to me, that keeps them in this football game. Like, have you guys seen anything with Texas other than being at home here and maybe the big mistake kind of game happens? That's kind of what I think, the couple interceptions,
I like
bad
the under,
fumbles
Connor.
that could turn this. I love
like
that
the
too.
under.
I thought it was sharp. though, the line. I
It's
agree
dropping
with you.
too. It's falling.
I know.
Like, people
It's
are pulling in here.
Yeah.
You look, I watched, listen, I got a Missouri team total, so I watched all the Missouri game last week against Vanderbilt. Missouri were the better team, right? Like, we were talking about UNLV kind of being smoke and mirrors. I'm not saying Vanderbilt are smoke and mirrors because their defense is good. Pavia finds a way to make plays when they have to, but they've been dancing with the devil quite a bit, Connor, Vanderbilt, right? Like, they dodged a big bullet last week against Missouri. Prabula got hurt. The kid came in, like, never thrown a pass before in his career type of thing. He actually moved the ball on them. Missouri missed a chip shot. Like, Missouri could have, should have won the game. They didn't. It is what it is. But I could sort of seeing Vandy's bubble burst. Like, the stakes are getting higher and higher, guys. Like you said, Scott, top 10 right now. There's like talk of a playoff and SEC this and that. And stakes are pretty high. Does Texas have one good win in them this year?
You would think, right?
You would think.
Are they really going to lose?
Who never thought the kids are going to
Vanderbilt?
Texas storm the field after beating Vanderbilt, Scott, tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah, we beat Vanderbilt, top 10 win.
And maybe
it would be though that defense, guys, and Pavia. Though it would be really a mistake game because he's just been he's like just so tough. He just keeps you in the game. Like, that's why everyone loves him. But the hype is getting. You're talking about the bubble.
It's like his
could be
7th year.
bursting.
That's why.
I love when we talk that. Yeah, what's his 8th year of college football? Yeah.
I think literally it's his 7th year for real.
How about Haynes King? Kind of maybe a little better version. I like both quarterbacks, but maybe a little bit better version than Diego Pavia. Georgia Tech laying only 6.5 at North Carolina State tomorrow night.
I think I'm going to stay off this game here a little. And I want to take NC State. This has come down from 6.5, 5.5. We've seen Georgia Tech and I got to give a credit to them. Them as big favorites. They're not big favorites here, but favorites on the road. Haven't covered football games. They've been the ultimate dog team, as you guys know, for years now, at least 10 years or so. Have covered a few games as laying as big favorites. Now they go on the road. The biggest thing for NC State is the defense. We know how porous this defense is, how they just got shredded for 53, I believe, against Pitt. Now, they have an offense with Bailey that could keep them definitely in this game. So I want to look at NC State. The defense, for me, I just couldn't get there in the end. What do you guys like?
Stakes are high.
You like anything?
Stakes are high for Georgia Tech, too, right? The sort of pressure builds. They play in a lot of close football games. We'll be on tomorrow breaking the games down. Kind of a lighter, not the best college card tomorrow, but you brought up the game earlier, Scott. Rutgers at Illinois. And, Rutgers have been flying around everywhere. But if you look at Illinois are coming back from Seattle. last week. We liked Washington last week. Washington got it done against Illinois. Illinois' offense is really good. We know they're going to put points up on the board. We know Rutgers are 6-2 to the over on the season. 27-24 last week. Didn't get there. Lower scoring against Purdue. But I'm going to take Rutgers plus the points here in this game. The stakes are high for Rutgers as well, right? They're at 4 wins right now. They're battling hard to get to a bowl game. Their win total, incidentally, is 5.5 on the season. I don't know if they win this game, but I could see Rutgers losing a heartbreaker to Illinois. I think they'll trade points in a higher scoring game tomorrow, but I do like the Rutgers Scarlet Knights plus the points.
What do you think, Connor?
I love it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
I love it. I got to take the points here with Rutgers. A team I haven't really took. I've taken a couple of overs with them. I haven't wanted to back them. But they're just a team that's totally different from years past with Schiano. The defense it really isn't there. And they're a team that can throw the ball.
Suddenly. Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Calic Manis, which I wasn't very big on, or another guy who's been around probably 7 years or so in college football. Yeah, definitely. But they've committed to just throwing the football, and I think that keeps them in this game too. Illinois, problems as well on defense, as we've seen. Tons of guys out at linebacker, really in the secondary, guys, in some of those games. Now they've got some back. For a few games there, they didn't have anybody. It was like you're putting on guys on the street to play corner and safety, for them. So the defense still isn't strong. I totally agree. I like Rutgers and the points.
Who's not getting respect, guys, tomorrow?
Points.
Since maybe I'm wrong and they get lit up at Utah, but Cincinnati haven't lost since that Nebraska game, and they could have won that game. Like seriously, Scott, they haven't lost since that game, right? It's been rolling. Their offense is really good. They put points up. I know their defense is suspect, but the Bearcats, you think they get exposed tomorrow? That's why the point spread's so high. People think they will get exposed tomorrow night.
10.5.
I think they get exposed. Wow. That's too far. Now you're really taking it. But if you go through the game by game, which I was going through this week, the Cincy team has played no great defense. They've looked great. You got to give it to Sorsby. This could be a tough spot. And we've seen that with this line move up to 10.5. So look out, Cincy fans.
Connor, thanks, guys. Check out all his plays. Oddshoppers.com. Thanks, Connor.
See you, Connor.
What have the Jays done all season long? And you've seen it, Kev, as a fan of the AL East. Yep. They get murdered or lose a heartbreaking game and come back and punch you in the face. Mm-hmm. They're not. It's what like the old Jays team used to fold, and that's what I used to hate about them. These guys are different. They're like guys you go to war with. It's like, man, you're my buddy. Like, let's go. Like their clubhouse dynamic. I've never seen a Blue Jay team where everyone gets along.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
It's going to be called Truth Predict, and it will take bets not just in all 50 states, but worldwide, it says, on political elections. So those are elections potentially involving Donald Trump or, people related to him, interest and inflation rate changes, the price of gold and crude oil, and of course, events across all major sports leagues. Half a dozen states have already filed lawsuits against this.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I think a divorce is coming. I don't think LeBron finishes the year with the LA Lakers. And the Trump card he tried to play has backfired on him big time. And I'm here for all the smoke. I got my marshmallows. I got my skewers. I got the fireplace. I'm going to sit back, kicking my feet, and watch the LA dysfunction play out in real time.
The Craig Carden Show, only on SportsGrid.
Brock Bowers got a full practice back in. Before he got injured, he looked like he was going to be the wrecking ball we knew he could be. He says he's close to 100%. Also, Jacoby Myers, their top wide receiver, got in the full practice on Wednesday as well. Help is on the way for the Raiders. Not to say that they're going to win this football game or have a great run of the season, but I think you might get a different look Raiders this week with Brock Bowers and the boys coming back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Thanks again, Connor Mack, for joining us. Check out all his plays, oddshopper.com. Look for his icon and fire away. So, 4th and goal, moment of truth here. 4 minutes left. Rice at the Memphis 2. I need one more touchdown for this goofy over to hit. I can't believe I might not get it. So they got it at the 2-yard line. Baseball, nothing has changed. Toronto batting, nothing going on. Bottom of the 6th inning game. So we got a few more basketball games going on. Then any more college football plays for tomorrow that you want to throw out before we leave?
Yeah, you know what? As far as college football is concerned in the morning, I'm gonna bet the under. I got some unders, which I am normally a bigger over better, but let's go under in that Vanderbilt and Texas game, under 47.
I like that.
I think Penn State, Ohio State will actually go over 45, though, Scott, because I don't think Ohio State will let up, right? Ohio State are going to want to drill Penn State if they can, make a statement, crush any recruits, like final hopes of like going there and like, steal players, etc. Like just, the whole 9 yards, run the score up. Ohio State kind of fly under the radar. They're not on TV all the time, even though they're the champions because they're always such big favorites and their games are kind of boring. So I think it's sort of the statement game. And I also think Penn State, their offense has been better, actually, without Aller, to be honest, right? They're getting into the mid-20s. We'll see if they can score enough. But I could see, Ohio State winning this game like 35-17 or something like that. 42-10 or something. So it goes over. Oh, boy, here come the Blue Jays. There's 2 outs, and you can't stop them, huh, man? You can only contain them. Vlad Guerrero with a double. And he's yelling at the dugout, telling them, come on, let's go, let's go. He's trying to get them fired up here right now. But tonight, the Lakers are 5-0 to the over on the season. I know, not every NBA game is going to go over, guys, but I think on the late card tonight, we've got some overs coming here. Denver and Portland should be a track meet. The Laker game in Memphis off and running right now, so you can jump in on the in game. And Utah and Phoenix, another one, Scott, where there should be a track meet. No reason why they don't go up and down the court. The Clippers are weird. We saw the Clippers and the Warriors the other day struggle to get to 200, so I'm a little gun shy of that one. But I'm not opposed to playing some overs tonight on the West Coast. But I can't lie. I've been World Series mode. I've been stressed out about this for the last couple of days. This series, I thought the Dodgers were going to win in 5 or 6 or something. So this has been a lot more stressful than I thought. It was going to be. And I just showed it right now. Let me, if I can rewind this. Guerrero literally has the second or third most hits in postseason history right now in one season.
It's amazing. It's amazing. That's how many hits tonight? That's 2 hits tonight, or is that his first hit tonight?
Most total bases in a single season all time, 56. Randy Arozarena actually holds the record at 64. Wow. I would never have guessed that, Scott. If you put me on Jeopardy or a sports trivia show, who has the record for most hits in one season? Randy Arozarena 64, Vlad 56, Corey Seager 50, and David Freese 50. Remember David Freese on the Cardinals?
David Freese, Cardinals, yeah. How about that? Yeah, there was 1 year Arozarena hit 9 home runs. He has it's either him or someone else is 1 and 2 for most home runs in the postseason. I think it's Arozarena. So it's got to be that.
Like we say though, a lot of these guys play more games than the players used to in the old days too, right? Yeah. More series and, more games, right? Wild card and this, that. But Vlad didn't play in the wild card, so let's give him credit for that. He actually didn't play in the wild card.
He is tonight. Is that his second hit or his first hit? Because I got him in my over. That's his first hit.
I think it's his second.
Not one.
Isn't it? Didn't he single earlier?
I thought he did too, but 1 for 3 with a strikeout.
All right.
So he hit into a double play his first time up. Then he struck out.
This is a big at-bat now, Scott. We got a 2-2 count, bottom of the 6th, 3-1 game, and Bo Bichette is up right now. This is big. I mean, he singles. We got a 1-run game. The stadium goes crazy. If Yamamoto puts this fire out, we go to the 7th with a 2-run lead for the Dodgers still. Big at-bat here right now. This is one of those turning point moments.
I'll tell you the other thing is, the way it's set up now, the top of the 9th or bottom of the 9th, if it stays this way, you're going to have the top of the order batting for Toronto. So you talk about drama, no matter who's named Sasaki, you're going to have.
It's going to be Team Japan Springer. One way or the other. Sasaki or Yamamoto.
Yeah, exactly. So,
oh my God, they're warming up Justin Warbleski right now.
Ooh.
If Dave Roberts goes to one of these dudes in the bullpen other than Sasaki, that really is just fireable now. It's no. Hell, you go to Ohtani before anyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is
Don't worry
like
about
star
game
guys only
7.
now.
Yeah, don't tell me, because we want to have Sasaki for tomorrow. No, you worry about tomorrow.
Hell, you put Kershaw in. Kershaw got out of a big at-bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least he's been in a big moment before.
Yeah. All right, let's go Dodgers. Gabe, great job. He's back tomorrow at noon
Yeah, see you
Eastern.
tomorrow.
I'm back at 3 o'clock Eastern.